Good morning, fishy folks. Happy Water Change Wednesday. Hope everyone had a great Christmas. And mine was okay. My kids really liked the gifts they got. I got my wife quite a few things, so she seemed pretty happy. But, you know, it's over. So let's move on, shall we? Today we're going to talk about one of my Japanese box filters I got the last time I was in Japan in November. If you're new to the channel, check out the playlist that'll be somewhere up here. It's all my Japanese fish store tours. There's, I don't know, 7 or 8 or 9 of them, something like that. It's pretty interesting how their stores are set up and how immaculate they are compared to most of the stores here. So this sponge filter, I started doing a little bit of maintenance down here this morning. Nothing really on a schedule. I just looked at a filter and went, I have all these extra filters right now. Why don't I change that filter out and clean the one that's in there really good? And that led to another tank, which led to another tank, which led to the Japanese sponge filter. So I took it out to clean, not really planning to make a video, story of my channel. And as soon as I took it apart, I was like, we should probably film this. So let's take a look if I can make this happen. I don't know if you can see that on a white background. Maybe that wasn't such a good idea to put a towel down. So let's move it. Oh boy. That's better. So first off, the base fell off where I was putting it and opened, and I lost some of these rocks, and then there's some rocks in this little channel over here, so I got to clean that out. But really what's most interesting is this was like solid when I got it, and I thought to myself, why would they ever sell refills of that? You just clean that off. But it disintegrated when I took it off. So this was in the middle like this, and then it was in here, right? And I took this out and it basically disintegrated in my hands as I started rinsing it out. And there's charcoal in there, and so I'm like, oh shoot, I'm not going back to Japan until June. I could probably have one of my buddies ship one to me, but that would be expensive. What can we do that's not so expensive? And so here we go with some DIY stuff, right? What I'm going to do is take these rocks out and try to put them somewhere else, or I'm going to use this handy chopstick, which came with the polyfill as a polyfill, can you see that? Polyfill stuffing tool. It's a chopstick. And I'm going to try to get the rocks out of this channel here for the centerpiece, and that's not working. So I'm going to take these rocks out, and I'm not prepared for this, so stand by. Alright, fishy folks, we're back. I got just a bucket I have lying around the fish room. I'm going to pour the rocks in there. Looks like there's another rock stuck in there, and a piece of moss. Then we're going to put the support there. Then we're going to take these rocks and try to pour them in without spilling them. And so these rocks are for buoyancy, to sink, I guess. I'm sure they hold some beneficial bacteria as well, but I'm pretty sure that's really not what they're designed for. This is just a weight. It really has no filtration function. I could be wrong. I think we're going to need some more rocks, which I was prepared for. We have some more of these rocks. This is just pea gravel from Home Depot. It's like $6 a bag. I use it in some planted tanks. It's a pretty cheap option, and it really doesn't look half bad. Let's see how that does. If we can put this fancy lid on. Oh, I see. This is what holds this in. So that's why this piece popped out. Alright, now we're cooking with gas. So the other thing I'm a little pissed about myself is I cracked this thing here. Just my manly hands. No, I pressed here instead of pressing here to release it. Anyway, so this just kind of goes like that, and then so what we're going to have to do is throw some polyfill around here and make this work. The polyfill will act as the, if you're not familiar with polyfill, this is what polyfill is. It's polyester fiber filling. You want, you know, the non-chemical treated one. There's one I think that's fire resistant or something. That one probably will kill your fish, so don't use that one. I think that's right. Let's see how I can do this. I could probably shove this up here. No, that's not going to work. This might be a little bit more difficult than I anticipated, but you know what? That's what Michael's Fish Room is all about, right? Just watch the video and see what happens. I know y'all are like, oh, do this, do this. I'm not that creative, sorry. Ah, we'll use the chopstick. Alright, we're getting it. Stand by. It's coming. You know what would be nice if I had this the right way? Yeah, that's better. No? You heard it click, right? You were like, oh, he got it. Now we remove the chopstick and see what the problem is. I think the problem is I've cracked it and it's not going to hold now. No, it's just not going down far enough. Oh, I know why. I think I see why. Because our tube moved. Yep, that's what happened, folks. But what the? I don't remember that piece there. Do you remember that piece there? Oh, I have no idea. Huh. Oh, that makes bubbles. That's what happens. That makes really fine bubbles. It's like an air stone. All right. I'm picking up what you're putting down, Japanese box filter setup. All right, let's see if we can do this. I'd be pretty excited if I could make this work. It's a great filter. It really cleans up mulm and stuff. And as you know, I don't like vacuuming my fish tanks because I'm lazy. No, because I like to fry to eat the mulm. Oh, snap, that wasn't it. I might have to use a wire tie on this bad boy. So, it looks like it's good, but she keeps popping up, and I don't know why. I think it's because this is cracked and not holding it on. So we may have to wire tie this bad boy on. Which I don't really want to do because that would be ugly, but I don't really care. I'm more about function than deliciousness. That's a blooper right there. I'm more about function than how it looks. Alright, we're gonna try it. Stand by. Alright, fishy folks, we're back. I have my camera, which is my phone, rested precariously on my cart, on my tripod, on my gimbal, and I'm a little nervous, to be honest with you. So, that said, let's just do this. So I have this airline tubing that I added an extension to, and I decided, because I moved this filter around to help clean up the mulm, I decided to add a kind of a long piece. It's about 3 feet long, so I can go about 3 or 4 tanks that way or 3 or 4 tanks this way, which is what I'm going to do eventually. So that's planning ahead for you. Now I might have to cut this piece. Nope, we got it. There we go. We're going to put it in this green Cobra tank, which is one of my original tanks I set up, so it's quite seasoned, we'll call it. It's really just old. Well, it's starting to sink. I'm hoping that it sinks a little bit more, but we'll let that go for a couple hours and we'll see how it goes. You can see how it's a little bit cattywampus like this, so we'll go from there. This is one of my favorite tanks. I'm considering actually moving these guys to a 20 so they have more room. There's probably about 200 guppies in here with fry and stuff, And it's a 10-gallon tank. Half the tank is filled with Java moss, which helps with the nitrates, plus the 20% water change daily helps keep water parameters where they need to be. Now these guys are loving this thing. They keep swimming through the bubbles, which is pretty interesting. I'm probably going to turn down the air on this a little bit. I think it's a little high, but there's definitely a difference that I noticed from before I clean it because of how much gunk was in there. That must mean gunk got into that tube somehow. That's interesting. Next time I clean, I'm going to have to look. All right, fishy folks. Yeah, that was the gimbal losing battery power again. Oh, it fixed itself. Look at that. It's this cable here. So stand by. Yeah, I'm not that technical with this stuff. Sorry about that, fishy folks. That's called a technical error. Now, some people would just edit that out and it would try to look seamless, but you would notice there's a little something odd. Not me, not Michael from Michael's Fish Room. You could see all my screw-ups live and on camera. I kind of think I was finishing up, so I'm just going to go back to finishing up. Probably 200 guppy in there with fry. Half the tank's filled with Java moss, which helps with the nitrates. Oh, there's another failure. And I'm guessing this is because the battery's dead in the gimbal, because I don't have it set up right, so it doesn't last that long. So I'm holding it with one hand, and that's why it's so shaky. Oh, sorry. That was a joke. If I made your stomach sick, I'm sorry. Anyway, we're going to end it here because there's just too much stuff going on. Happy Water Change Wednesday. www.michaelsfishroom.com to buy fish. michaelsfishroom@gmail.com if you have some more questions. And, you know, if you haven't subscribed already, you might as well hit that subscribe button, right? I have like 100 and something left to hit 6,000 for the year. And that would be kind of cool for me since my original goal was 5,000 this year. And I smashed that back in November. So why don't you go ahead and smash that subscribe button with a sledgehammer. Gently caress the like button. And, you know, leave a comment because I answer all them comments. So see ya. Oh, my God. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Has seemed to needed some maintenance. It's not English. Good morning, fishy folks, and happy Water Change Wednesday. Today we're going to talk about Japanese box filters. As you know, if you watch my channel at all, I go to Japan twice a year for work, and I usually do a couple of fish room store tours. There'll be a link to a playlist somewhere in this general area right here. And so I was in the fish room this morning. Gonna go over to a buddy's house and watch a soccer match for Boxing Day. So obviously it's not Wednesday, and I don't know really what I'm talking about.